now you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, we just going to keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but
right.
I'm looking for bigger and better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
That definitely. Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for.
Terence Crawford has finally responded to the recently leaked training footage of Jaron Boots Ennis. And let's just say, Crawford's reaction came with a serious message. After watching the explosive new clips of the undefeated rising star of American boxing, Crawford's reply sounded less like a compliment and more like a warning. Because while Ennis has been training like a man possessed ahead of his next fight, Crawford just reminded everyone why he's still the king of the mountain. This isn't about clout or callouts anymore. It's about legacy. It's about respect. And for Bud, it's about setting the record straight. As he said himself, there are levels to this. It all started when new footage of Jaron Boots Ennis hit the internet this week. And let's be honest, it was insane. Ennis looked like a machine, lightning fast mid-work, raised sharp reflex drills, and footwork that screamed prime Crawford 2.0. The clip spread like wildfire across X, YouTube, and Instagram, with captions like "The next Bud is here" and "Crawford 2 has entered the chat." Even promoter Eddie Hearn jumped in, calling Ennis the new Crawford and declaring that a fight between the two would be the best matchup in American boxing. Normally, Crawford stays cool and quiet, but this time, he couldn't resist. During a press conference, a reporter
Terence is only going to fight Boots if there's loads of money on the line, because he knows how good Ennis is, and he's not going to fight anymore unless it's for a lot of money. So we have to do what we say. We have to prove the quality of Ennis, and he has to earn his shot against Crawford. But that is the fight that I look at in 9 to 12 months' time, 3 fights down the line. And I think US fight fans are going to be crying out for that fight. Like, you imagine if we beat Lima on Saturday, we beat Ortiz, we beat Fundora or Mertzalayev or Zayas. Everyone will be calling for Ennis v Crawford.
I think a lot of fans are crying for that now.
They have been for years.
Yeah.
But the reality is, we still need to, it's not, I think everyone who, like I said, everybody that knows boxing.
Yeah, boxing fans.
One that knows how good Ennis is what a fight. That is unbelievable. But still, you've got to educate people that Ennis is as good as I say he is. Right? And you do that by beating the champion. So we've got work to do.
Showed him the Ennis footage and asked, "What do you think of Boots' latest training clips? People are calling him the next you." Crawford smirked and replied, "If he's the next me, he's still got a long climb ahead. People talk about highlights, I talk about history. He's in the gym hitting pads. I'm in the record books beating legends." That wasn't just a response, it was a warning shot. Because for Crawford, this isn't social media noise. It's about proving that even as the next generation rises, the throne still belongs to him. He's 42-0 with 31 knockouts, now a 5-division world champion after dismantling Canelo Alvarez to become undisputed at 168 pounds. Nobody else has done that. Not Mayweather, not Pacquiao, not even Canelo himself. So when Ennis' team started floating his name alongside Bud's, it struck a nerve. Eddie Hearn's been
Canelo couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically went every round. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of
Hell
boxers?
yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time for sure.
Hyping it up like destiny, saying Crawford versus Ennis is the fight for American boxing. But Crawford knows exactly how good Boots is, and he's not afraid. He just knows the difference between potential and proven greatness. That's when Bud dropped another message straight from Omaha: you can't copy greatness. You can only chase it. I don't do new versions. There's one Bud Crawford, and I'm still active.
I think the perfect weight for Boots is 160. I think he could go there now and be in his absolute prime. He'll be tight at 54 tomorrow. People think that when you move up in weight, all of a sudden it's easy. He's massive. He will 100% go to 168 at some point. So right there, you've got a 4-division championship. But I don't want him just to be a 4-division champion. I want him to be undisputed in those, because I think he's the natural progressor to Terence Crawford. I think he's of the same kind of ability as Terence Crawford. And what Crawford's done is amazing, because he was undisputed in 3 weight classes.
Yeah, you got to prove it in a ring.
Of course you have. It's very well me saying it. But you've got to prove it in a ring. But you've also, people know in boxing. So everyone's always known how good Crawford was. But it took him a long time to get the opportunities to prove it. We've got to make sure that we're not 36, 37, 38 when we're getting those opportunities. Because if Boots can get it at 29, 30, he's going to be around 34, 35. He lives a clean life. Do you know what I mean? I think this guy, I truly believe, I think he could be one of the all-time greats.
Fans went crazy. Comments exploded across every platform, half calling Boots the future, half insisting Bud's still untouchable.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show how great he is.
But behind all the noise, one thing became clear. This rivalry might not stay verbal for long. Now, let's talk about Boots. His record speaks for itself. 34 wins, 30 knockouts. Former unified welterweight champion, now WBA and Ring Magazine champion at 150 after defeating Imantas Stanionis earlier this year. And at just 28, he's not just winning, he's dominating. He trains like a scientist, moves like a cat, and hits like a freight train. His combinations are crisp, his defense slick, and his fight IQ frightening. Even Canelo Alvarez used him as a sparring partner before facing Crawford. And afterward, Canelo admitted that even Boots' speed couldn't prepare him for Bud's precision. That says everything. Because even when Ennis is sharpening the best, Crawford is still sharper. After Crawford's victory over Canelo, Ennis gave credit where it was due. He told Ariel Helwani he just beat Canelo, the face of boxing. That makes Crawford the face of boxing right now. Boots admitted he's studying Bud's blueprint, moving through divisions, facing bigger men, staying disciplined year-round. And to his credit, Ennis looks unstoppable. His debut at 150 against Luis Mel Lima was pure domination, a statement that he's ready for the big names. But Crawford isn't impressed by flash or fancy pad work. As he says, it's not about looking good on camera. It's about showing up under the lights against legends. When the world doubts you,